Hey y'all, hey. Ouch. I got a little bit of time. Gonna get into it. Hey y'all, hey. Thank you for joining me today. Today I want to talk about raising your vibrations, grounding yourself, grounding your frequencies so that you can operate the way that you should be operating in your body. I'm moving my camera around, so give me a second to get situated. I should have did it before I started, but I thought about it after I hit, record. So if you are joining me, thank you. Thank you for joining. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm so glad you're over here because I'm going to talk about the videos I posted and all that. So how are you? How you been? Anywho, I'm getting my desk organized because it's a little chaotic right now. And move my camera around because we're going to dive into it. We're going to talk about the water. We're going to talk about the trees. We're also going to talk about frequency, energy, vibration, how to clear it for yourself, how to heal yourself. You can essentially heal yourself of anything and everything, whether it is from a broken bone to depression, to any type of gut issues, to any type of mental issues, emotional issues, financial issues as well. You can heal yourself. But it's also going to come down to your mind and how willing are you to let go of your former self so that you can understand yourself on a level of, again, frequency, energy, and vibration, which basically means understanding yourself on a cellular level, a hormonal level, an energetic mood level, understanding your behaviors in the sense of your physical movement. When you do this physical thing at this particular time, what effect does it have on the environment? And the results that you get from that is your manifestation. So let's talk about it. Before I get too far gone, y'all know I got to plug in new extracts. If you don't know, you now know I am a certified independent transformation coach with New Extracts. New Extracts is an advanced biologics company where they have products that have stem cells in them. So the products are essentially living biological cells that you consume, and when you consume it, it heals you from the inside out. Let me not do that. So let me back up a little bit. So with that, you are able to take products. I can't give you anything over the internet that says it's going to heal you, cure you, or treat you. But what I can say is the plant extracts do specific things in your body in which your body's response, its natural response, is to heal itself. So let me share with you about new extracts before we dive into frequency, energy, and vibration, and how it applies to the human body and how it applies to the human physical field that we're looking at right now. Okay? Because technically, all of this is an illusion. Your mind is playing tricks on you. But if I tell you that and you really believe that and you understand it for what it really, really, really is, all this goes away. So we're all holding together this state of consciousness and this field that we are all calling visible light. So we're all holding it all together. But if you know how to operate your light within this particular field, you can change a lot of things. So let's get to new extracts. So new extracts, again, is living biological cells. This particular product is iHercules. iHercules is a microcirculation blood cleaner. Yes, I said what I said. It's a blood cleaner. What it does is it has plant extracts in it that have been extracted using quantum technology, meaning it did not damage the cells of the plant. So it still has the stem cells intact from when they extracted it from the plant. And those stem cells talk to your stem cells on a microcirculation level, meaning it's going to clean your arteries, your veins, and your lymphatic system. It's going to clean your blood, it's going to clean your pipes, and it's going to clean all of what your body is essentially holding in itself. So it releases all those toxins and gives you nourishment, food to help you clean the body and have, better endurance, better stamina, more focus, more energy. It gives your body the opportunity to fight um, diseases, bacteria, viruses in the way that it should. So that's that. I also got to share with you eye patches. I'm the eye patch plug. I share eye patches, and that's what we're going to talk about today as well. These are frequency patches. These go above your waist on your left side. I'm going to get into why. You put patches on. This is to help ground the frequencies that are in your body that are negative. So depending on what this patch is for, that's what frequency it's on. So if you need mental clarity, if you want to lose weight, if you want to detox and cleanse, if you want to focus on your thyroid, if you have hormonal imbalances and you're a man, you have hormonal imbalances and you're a woman, if you are wanting to take ivermectin, but you don't know how to use ivermectin, there is a patch for specifically ivermectin. And the last thing, but not least, I was looking for it, but I don't see it right off. It is my iRevive. I always keep a little bottle of iRevive. I think I sold my last one. So iRevive is also living biological cells, but it's in this form of a salve. So if you have a cut, if you have a bruise, if you have a tear, even on a ligament, if you have a burn, skin grafts, if you have any thing that is needing to heal on your skin, on the surface, you use the salve, you can use the spray, and you can use the patch. Which leads me to the conversation that we're having now. Hey, y'all, let me not be rude. Thank you. Thank you for commenting, Nathan. You can say it's modern snake oil, but we're going to get into why it's not modern snake oil, and then I'm going to go into the topics and the subject of the day. I'll smile for you. Thank you. Can you also extract, excuse me? I don't know what you're meaning. So, anywho, let's get into it. So, we are all living biological cells as well. And we all have a signature, an energy signature, which is called a vortex. So all of us are walking vortexes of energy. All of us are either transmitting or receiving energy at some point in the day, and we have to ground. We have to be rooted. If you look at houses, especially if you're in the Western side of the world, the United States, if you look at our houses, most houses have trees near them. The trees are near them because it helps the house stay grounded on an electrical system. When you go outside and you go for a walk, it's best to go outside and walk barefoot. That's because you are an electromagnetic being and you are connected to the earth. And every time you put your feet down on the earth, especially without any type of barrier between you and the earth, you are connected. Well, let me share with you some things that I shared today, because I'm not going to make a long video. And I'm really not here for the shenanigans of the comment section today. Y'all tripping on this chat. And normally my chat is really, really cool. So with that, let's dive right into it. So I posted a video on Facebook today, and there was a woman at the ocean. She was in Niger. So she was at the ocean on the coast. And she told the water to stop coming in, to quit tiding in. And the water did stop. It stopped long enough for her to write her name in the sand, and then the water started to wave back in. The reason why she was able to do that is because of rhythm, because of frequency, because of energy, and because of her vibration and her intentions. If you can understand that very simple thing, that with your intentions, you can use your energy, how you send it out, and how you receive, to have space and time work out for you in the way that it's going to be called out for you, how the way you see it, the way you perceive it, the way you want it to point of view for you. But you have to know how to use it. You have to know how to use nature. You need to know how to use the elements. You need to know how to use your own energy, your own pulses, your own rhythms. You need to know how to use it. But we've been so programmed since children. We've been programmed since what they would call kindergarten or preschool, kindergarten, whatever you want to call it. They've programmed many people since a young age. And so you don't realize that the elementary school that you went to, which you were supposed to be learning the elements of yourself, They done dumbed us down, right? So now you don't really understand the full possession of the body that you have. And so if you have been programmed to mistreat it, and you have been programmed to consume incorrectly, what you get back is sickness. What you get back is dis-ease. What you get back is inflammation. What you get back is confusion because you have been programmed by a system that is being operated to keep you in control, to keep you sick, and to keep money flowing in a way that you keep giving money to things and places that it really doesn't even help you. It doesn't empower you. It doesn't service you. So we have wasted money, we have wasted time, we have wasted energy, we have wasted so much of ourselves chasing and doing something outside of ourselves because we're in the wrong frequency. We are in the wrong state of consciousness. We are in the wrong state of being. Are y'all following? Y'all following? All right. So, yes, everything is frequency, but even deeper than frequency because people have perceptions of what frequency is and what it looks like. To be honest, for what, how can I articulate it? We can't see most frequencies. We can't even perceive, yet even feel most frequencies. And it's because we're not in alignment with what we are supposed to be in alignment with, which is our light, into which frequency of sound, frequency of solid or matter, or frequency of just all forms of energy, they have to pass through light in this world. They have to pass through light. But if you can't understand that you're light and water and how your light and water interacts, how your fire and water interacts, if you can't understand your kundalini, if you can't understand how to manipulate energy within yourself, honestly, you are missing out on the biggest part of what frequency is. If you can follow. All right, so I'm going to share this part specifically for Lakonda. Lakonda made a comment on my video back on Facebook, and I know she watches my YouTube channel. So the power of trees, I want to get into that, and I want to get into the power of grounding and in the power of being near water. And I also want to share with you how to use your energy for that. Okay. So just simple as I can. I went outside and I recorded a video. I'm going to drop that short a little bit later on. But I wanted to explain it first because, so many people think things are woo-woo these days. They think things are a matter of always being magic or always being something that is supernatural. But oftentimes, not even oftentimes, if you can realize that your whole life is a ritual, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, everything you do is a ritual. You will understand that getting near water, getting near trees, getting near fire even, or being in the wind is for you because it's all sacred. It's all divine. It's all happening in a moment that is unique and specific to you, if you can catch it. If you can catch it. So the power of the trees and why you should ground with trees, okay? So the power with the trees is the trees are on a root system in which they cut down a very, very large tree. They cut down the most sacred tree that was in this realm that sustained life in this realm. They cut down a tree in which that tree's root system went far beyond and beneath the ocean. That tree was cut down, and so that's where we're at now. That was a lot. Let your mind roll that. That's where we're at now. Okay? Water comes out of the trees. Just so you wonder where the water comes with the trees. The reason why you ground is because you are like a tree as well, but a different type of tree. You are a sacred tree as well. That's why there are the flower of life and the tree of life. It's so that you can recognize and understand how close to the plant world that we actually are. So if you can understand that you are like a plant, you are rooted and grounded, that is why you should ground. You need to get your feet out in the soil and you need to get yourself near clean and good water so that not only you can hydrate yourself, but because the vortex of energy that you possess, it's cleansed, it's purified, it's made whole, it's also restored when you are near those type of elements. Again, trees and water. Now, what you need to do when you get to trees, there's a few things. Now, this one goes straight to Laconda. Laconda mentioned she had a tree in her yard. Okay. The tree in your yards, connect with them. The trees in your yard, connect with them. Go speak with them. Now, I'm going to tell you what to do to connect with your tree. And you should understand that if you connect with this tree can speak back to you. This tree can connect with you in your dreams. This tree can send wind. This tree can speak with you because you will be connected in frequency, energy, and vibration with this tree. So if you have a tree that you are drawn to, or you feel like this tree is gorgeous and you love to sit near it, or you would want to put a swing on it or anything like that, a tree that's in your yard, a tree that's near a park that you go and sit at all the time, if you connect with any plant life really, but if you connect with the tree, you go to this tree and you take water with you to this tree and you spit in the water. You spit in the water and you put your intentions into your saliva because your saliva is going to turn that water into living water through the fact that you are a vortex of energy, a vortex of cells, a vortex of 75% water yourself. You are going to give your intentions to this water and you're going to give it to the tree. You're going to give your thanks, your ashes. You're going to give your reverence and your honor, not in the sense that the tree is God, but you give your thanks to this tree because you're going to connect your energy to the tree. When you connect to trees, you put your left foot on the tree, then you put your right hand on the tree. You start with your left side first because your left side is your receiving center of your body. Your left side is going to pull in energy. It pulls in energy through your feet and through your hands. That way, the energy of the tree then is connected. It's like you plugged in. Not all, you plugged in. I have to say it like that because there's different forms of connecting to trees. There's different levels of being a tree hugger, and I'm just giving you very simple ones, and I'm opening it up to questions because I know people are gonna have questions, right? All right. So when you connect to a tree using your left side first, you are telling the tree you are ready to receive energy. You are giving that tree the connector to latch in and on to you as well. There's a reason why you want to do that. So people go to trees and connect with trees for messages, for healing, for sacred, just sacred recognition, sacred moments in time, or that's just their spirit plant, a tree. And so if you have a specific tree, whether it's in your home, your backyard, or whatnot, you go give it the water, you offer the water, but you're also offering it a part of yourself and you're connecting with it on your left side. And your left side is telling that tree, not only am I willing to give you, offering, but I'm also willing to receive back from you what you can offer me. When you connect to this tree, it's going to ground your energy from the left side. Like your energy goes straight down into the earth. There's a reason for that. So you're going to connect to the tree to the left side. When you're ready, you connect to the tree onto the right side, your feet and your hands. You will be magnetized to the tree. You are magnetized to the tree. If you don't believe me, go find a very large tree, especially a tree near bodies of water, and connect to the tree. You will find out that you can latch on to a tree without climbing it. Okay. Your left and your right hand, your left and your right feet are on the tree. Your right side is your transmission or your pushing out of your body. Okay. That's where you are giving something away or you're handing it away, right? This is your sacred hand in most cultures, your left hand. This is your hand that you give things away. You're not you're honored with your hand. You tell the truth with your hand. You do good things with your hand. You don't want it cut off. But at the same time, this is the hand that gives away. So when you want to shake someone's hand or you want to give something away, you use your right hand. It's the same concept with the tree. When you connect with the tree, if you can stay on the tree anywhere from 5, 10, 15 minutes, longer, the longer the better, the tree is able to take your energy. You have negative ions, negative space in your body. That tree is going to connect with your electric magnetic source in your body, your light source, and it's going to pull the heavy energy that's in your body. That's why if you are depressed, if you are feeling under the weather, if you are feeling sickness, if you're feeling inflammation, if you're feeling any type of pain, if you're feeling depression, if you're feeling overwhelmed, and if you feel any type of anger or suffering, go find a tree. Put your body onto the tree and you can speak negatively. Man, I feel like this and I don't like it. This isn't enough. I don't like it. I'm angry. They did me wrong. Whatever you're feeling, you can allow that tree to handle it because it's rooted and it's massive. When you share your energy and you open up to the tree will, like, just like if you plug in an electrical item into a socket and you flip the power switch on, that's the equivalent to you. I got some flying. That's equivalent to you plugging onto the tree and turning yourself on for it to pull the energy, and you are then electrified and you're made lighter. Here's how you can know that you've connected. The birds in the tree will come back to the tree, or the birds that are still in the tree will start singing. You can go look this up. I am not bull skedaddling anybody. Birds singing lowers cortisol in human bodies. The birds are able to get the frequency from the tree, and they sing off. They change the air. They change the tone, the sound wave of the air based off of the tree. So when you connect to the tree and ground with the tree and allow the tree to take your negative energy, it sends a wave to the bird and the bird sings. Go outside, get on a tree, put your hands and feet on a tree, and let the bird sing for you. If you're mad, I promise you, you won't be mad in 20 minutes. And if you're mad still in 20 minutes, it's a deeper issue, and it may not be you that's the problem. You may have something else on you, whether it's an entity, a spirit, or a vibration, or whatever. You have something on you that you need to let go because it may not be yours. It may be something that someone else put on you, or something else that you have accepted from another person's paradigm, and you've continued to carry it on for them. You have to let it go. So if you can get near a tree, go near a tree and let it all go. Now, if you can stay on the tree long enough, the tree is going to do something back for you. And that's what they normally don't want us to talk about. They don't want us to share this type of information. Here's why. When the tree pulls down that negative ion out of your body, just like when we breathe out carbon dioxide and the tree takes it in, and they use photosynthesis to put oxygen, H2O, back in the air. That same exchange of energy by breathing is the same exchange of energy by frequency in design. So even though we are talking about oxygen in the exchange, it may be that they're taking on your anger, transmuting it, and giving it back to you as joy. It may be that they take your damaged stem cells, the electricity that flows through your neurons and your nerves and all your body, how it fires off. They may take that from you if it's misfiring, because they may need that type of electricity, and give it back to you as a clear line, as a clear, what is that, wattage, or however you call it. whatever frequency it's in. They're going to give it back to you however you gave it to them. They give it back to you, or it gives it back to you. Y'all see that flying around? It gives it back to you how you need to have your body process energy to relax. We're going to go deeper. Here's why trees technically feed off humans. That's the way of saying it. Trees feed off of us. Think about it. When we breathe out, trees are taking that air in. It's on many different levels as well. But what they do is in their root system, trees are all interconnected under the ground like this. So if you were to if you had let's just say one tree in your yard and you go dig it up and it's been there for a long time, that root system has worked itself around. It's created its own vortex, but it's going down into the earth as in a vortex, right? Well, trees are able to also connect with one another. Just like you have neurons in your brain, you have neurons that fire off, and one sends the other one a message and it connects on and sends the next one a message, and it does it like instantaneously fast. There's no way to conceptualize the time that trees talk. There's no way to calculate or mathematically, logically comprehend time in the way that trees talk. The reason why is because they talk so fast that I'm in Kansas, I can go put my feet on a tree, and because of how fast the energy can be released into the ocean. Here's a proverb I want you to put and see it in an abstract light, or see it in the way that it parallels. Have you ever heard of the parable or the statement that you can have a butterfly flap its wings in Japan and there's a storm on the other side of the world? You can put your feet on a tree, give it your energy, and your energy will touch the ocean. Here's why. In the beginning, I told you that there was a very large tree of life in this realm that was cut down. That networking still exists. The network for the great tree still exists. They use that same networking. They use that same grounding system. When we connect with trees, we connect to that grounding system. Sickness cannot operate or stay there. Depression cannot operate nor stay there. Sickness, dis-ease, misuse of this body can't exist there. It can't. I don't know any. It's not even that it can't. It just doesn't. It doesn't because the frequency in which how the world was when it was in that state, it was so high that sickness can't exist in that. It can't exist in any form when you're at a high frequency. It can't. So when they cut the trees, we became smaller. When they cut the trees, we became sicker. When they cut the tree, we lost connection with our consciousness. We forgot who we were. We forgot where we came from. We forgot the purpose of why we incarnated here. We forgot how to use this vessel. We don't have junk DNA. We have DNA that we don't know how to use. Nothing about it is junk. We use 100% of our brains. Don't let anybody ever tell you you don't use 100% of your brain, but you can only conceptualize and actually conceive about 10% of this field. That's what they didn't add on or share with us. You use 100% of your brain. But because we stopped doing what we were supposed to be doing with this body, we don't use it in the way that we're supposed to use it anymore. How do you get back to that? You need to have your blood clean. You need to have a clean body, open arteries, open veins, open lymphatic system, clean gut, healthy heart, all of those things, right? You need to have a stable mind, be able to balance what you see, be able to perceive it observe it, but not absorb it. That's what we were supposed to be doing here. We weren't supposed to be on a time clock. We weren't supposed to be tied to anything. We're not supposed to be tied to anything. We are not supposed to be slaves to anything. We should not be bound to anything. That was never meant for this experience. But because we followed the programming and we don't want to go against the programming, we lost our grounding. Because we lost our grounding and we lost our understanding, we are no longer able to move energy in the way that we should. You should be able to move and speak to fire. You should be able to move and speak to water. You should be able to move and speak to earth. You should be able to move and speak to the wind. You should be able to move and speak to animals. You should. But oftentimes we possess so much fear and so much doubt in who we are that we don't have enough confidence to speak to the wind. We don't have enough confidence to speak to the earth. We don't have enough confidence to speak to animals. We lost our way. And we got to get back to our way. We have to. I also saw another lady make a comment, and then I'm going to touch on this and then I'm going to leave it alone, right? Another lady was talking about dolphins. Now, I want to share with you my personal belief about dolphins. I can't tell you that it's truth or facts because I have not researched it enough nor had any, true documentation be able to back up my theory on this. But I'm going to share what I believe about dolphins. I'm going to share what I know about dolphins. I'm also going to share the connection between the trees and the dolphins for us as well. Trees aren't that much different than dolphins. It's just they're in different forms. I'm just going to put that out there. So dolphins are on a sonar. We can use sonar too. We can use sonar too, just like we can use other wavelengths of light and sound, and we are able to process it and have messages sent between us and other animals through sonar. Because humans have lost their way to communicate through sonar, think Babel, Tower of Babel, because we have lost our way to communicate. I'm not talking this language. Because we have lost our way to communicate, we are not able to receive the ancient messages of plant life, of animal life, of all of this. We can't receive it in the way that we should because we're not speaking any longer in sonar. We are not using pulses anymore. We are not using telepathy anymore. We're not using the parts of our brain that are able to send those type of signals because we've been dumbed down. The only way to get out of being dumbed down is to clear every toxin out of your body that is stealing your energy. You have to get grounded and you have to be like, think of a bell, right? If you hit a bell and it dongs, if there's debris or something attached to the bell, it muffles the sound. Well, if you have debris and toxins, metals, microplastics all in your body, that frequency, that clean, pristine sound cannot harmonize with nature. It cannot harmonize in the way that it should because there's debris and gunk in the vessel. That's humans. But think about it in the state of mental frequency. Think about it in the state of mind. That's why biohacking is a big deal right now. If you can biohack yourself, you can really quantum jump. You can change all of this stuff. And if enough people are biohacking, enough people will quantum jump and change everything. But that is a whole nother conversation. How we get back to dolphins is dolphins send us messages. So as a massage therapist, one of the trainings that they have, and then I'm going to wrap this up because my phone's about to die now. One of the trainings that they have is called craniosacral massage. Craniosacral massage is where we are trained to do a massage in which we have to be able to feel a thread of hair through a piece of paper. A thread of hair, like you pull some of your hair out, do it now. You pull a thread of your hair out, you put it under a piece of paper, and you rub until you can feel the thread of hair. It is possible, but the pressure in which you can apply is so light. It is so it's so just it's so light. That's sonar. It doesn't require pressure. It doesn't require you don't require it doesn't require touch really, but it requires a level of sensitivity, and most of us have been so desensitized, and that's why they don't like us connecting with dolphins. That's why they don't like us connecting with trees, because if we realize how desensitized we really became through the nastiness that we've ate, drank, that we've watched, that we've seen, that we've heard, if we really understood how nasty of this world is nasty. If we really could conceive how nasty it really was and how detached from it we really should be, we would be so sensitive that it would be so repulsive that this would all go away anyway. But we would be able to feel, and we would not only be able to feel what's on this planet, this realm, this dimension, we'd be able to feel the other layers. There is where I'm going to stop. We can feel the other layers of existence in the universe. It's not even a universe, it's in a multiverse. We would feel the other worlds. And they don't want us to feel the other worlds, because then you would know you are existing in another time, in another way right now. And you would connect with that version of yourself. And again, all this would be over. So when you realize how powerful you really are, everything changes. And that's what I'm sharing. Enough people need to understand who they are and how to use elements and what their purpose is in this place, so that the alignment and the harmony happens. And that's the video for the day. So the next video y'all is going to catch me on is probably going to be where I'm showing you, demonstrating how to connect with trees and where to find some really good trees, and all that. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace, y'all.